Guys, what happened when you stuck your dick in crazy? In my gym, there was a petite 5'1" blonde curly-haired baddie with a behind that was disproportionately large to the rest of her body. Between regular conversation and working in between sets with her, I got her Insta, and we started talking. It was around this time I started improving my testosterone levels. Big shout out to the Kingmaker for that. Either way, I started having a lot of conversations with her, and I managed to secure a date with her after using alcohol as my means of courage. The date went super well, and we actually snuck off into the disabled bathrooms of this bar for her to give me brain. This was the best brain I have ever received, and I'm pretty sure I saw Stan Lee. This was the best night of my life, but it turned out to be the catalyst for the worst year of my life. This girl played an angel at first, and 2 months later, we were officially dating. She moved in as I was living alone. The first time we had intimacy, it was awful. She stank so bad, and I actually had to pull my shirt over my head to block my nose when I was behind her. That, combined with the fact that it was clear she never shaved, made it an outright awful experience. I tried to talk to her about it, but she would not listen. Over the next year, I had to put up with her stink every time we had intimacy. It turned out this woman was actually a psycho too. She would track the miles on my car to ensure I was not cheating on her and going where I was not meant to. She planted cameras in the house without my knowledge to ensure I was not inviting other girls over while she was at work. She threw my Kingmaker out and banned me from getting any. She did this to try to make me weaker and more submissive, to ensure I would not get the guts to leave her. It all came down when she laid hands on me for the first time. We were cooking dinner and she stormed in, claiming I had driven an extra 5 miles and yelling at me to confess us to what other beach I was seeing. When I called her crazy, she grabbed a knife and swung it at me several times. Fortunately, she's stupid and missed every time. I grabbed her arm and she let go of the knife, but used her free hand to sock me as many times as she could and as hard as she could. I was heavily bruised and bleeding. I called the cops on her the same day. When she found out I had called the cops, she ran upstairs, locked herself in the bathroom, and started hurting herself. She came out of the bathroom right as the cops arrived with self-induced bruises on her face, arms, legs, and ribs. When we let the cops in, she fed them so many lies it was hard to count. This woman was a great manipulator, and the cops believed her initially. However, by this point, I had known about the cameras in our house she set up and told the cops we have cameras in our house. She started stammering, claiming I was lying, then claimed there was no need to check the cameras. I convinced them to go in and check, and what do you know? The camera in the kitchen shows her swinging a knife at me, and the camera in our room shows her running into the bathroom and leaving with bruises all over herself. She was hauled away after that, and I completely broke down. I managed to escape. Last I heard from her, she was in a psych ward after having a psychotic breakdown. For people asking, you can get the Kingmaker on Amazon. It works great.